Amid a spike in COVID cases and COVID-related hospitalizations nationwide, the CDC is now recommending everyone ages 6 months and older get an updated COVID shot. But that recommendation, which came yesterday, is meeting some resistance from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and his administration. Today, Florida's Surgeon General issued recommendations of his own that people under the age of 65 go against the CDC.
I just think that at this point, with the amount of immunity that's in the community, with virtually every walking human being having some degree of immunity, and the questions we have about safety and about effectiveness, especially about safety, my judgment is that it's not a good decision for young people and for people who are not at high risk at this point in the pandemic.
NBC News national politics reporter and resident Florida man Matt Dixon joins me now. So, Matt, COVID was the issue that made Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, into Ron DeSantis, the presidential candidate, arguably. So it's hard not to look at something like this through a political context. Is this decision largely about medicine with political, trailing indicators, or is this a political decision with medical consequences?
When you frame it that way, I like to think of it as the old cartoon Popeye. When Popeye needed strength or momentum, he would eat spinach. For Governor DeSantis, when he needs strength and momentum on the campaign trail, he needs headlines, he needs a little wind at his back, he goes to COVID, he goes to Anthony Fauci, he goes to the vaccine. These are things we've seen time and time again. It's worked for him very well. He won Florida, he won re-election by 20 points here. So from a state level perspective, it's been great for him. It hasn't worked as well, and we haven't seen it as much as when he was running for president, but that's kind of the general way I think people should think about it. When these things pop up seemingly out of nowhere, for him and his political team, these issues are spinach to what spinach was for Popeye, and that's kind of I think what he's going for here. It
kind of reminds me to harken back to another Republican presidential candidate who struggled of the criticism of Rudy Giuliani's presidential campaign, which was that it became focused on noun, verb, 9/11. You see this potentially with DeSantis here returning to a COVID issue. How do you expect him to deploy this on the campaign trail? And when he talks about COVID now in 2023, does it get the kind of response that perhaps he would hope as someone who was a COVID hero to the right in 2020 and 2021?
Sure. For the foreseeable future, I would be more surprised if you heard him talk about anything else on the campaign trail. If you are sort of, on his email list, you're going to see a lot of vaccine, Fauci, Operation Warp Speed sort of emails, help us push back against this. There's a spike of cases in Florida. The FDA and the CDC just, approved the latest round of the booster this week. So there's a moment in time where I think the campaign sees the ability to focus on this pretty intensely. And that's something that I think you saw kind of play out today, and you're going to see it moving forward, at least for the foreseeable future. At some point, there'll be a pivot, but for the time being, this is going to be the focus.
And in 2020, 2021, I feel like there were a lot of Republican governors kind of looking over their shoulders at how one another were handling COVID-related issues. Have we seen any indication of any other Republican-led states offering similar guidance to what Florida's doing?
Not to this moment, and certainly not this strong, but that's not terribly surprising. Florida's sort of always been on the forefront since at least it's important to note, actually, Governor DeSantis on the front end of the vaccine was very supportive. He encouraged people to get vaccinated on the front end. But since roughly 2021 or so, Florida's sort of been on the vanguard of the sort of state-level anti-vax movement. So Governor DeSantis and his administration, including today, have taken a much stronger stance than other Republican governors. But I don't think that's terribly surprising considering what we've seen over the past few years.
I'll be very interested to see how other governors, particularly those who aren't running for president, react to this move. Matt Dixon, thank you for your reporting.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.